Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's Fast Track to Sales Coordinator call. I'm super excited that we have so many people committed to supporting you. They're not even in your pay line, and they are here to help you really grow your business. And today we have an amazing mama who has joined us in the United States today. It's Labor Day, so hopefully people will jump on, and lots of people are probably out with their families, but thank you for doing this I know it's early in the morning there, but it's about 1 p.m. here. So my name is Lauren Slocum-Lahav, National Marketing Director, Team YOLO International. And we do have people on from everywhere around the world: Poland, the UK, Canada, the US, Australia. So it's very exciting that you're on to join us. So today we have Denise Maribel, and she's a health and physical education teacher in Queensland, Australia. She has 3 grown-up children, Holly, who's 26, Sam, 25, and Bella, 19. She's been teaching for 30 years in most states in Australia, including Tasmania, the Northern Territory, Western Australia, and is now in Queensland, and is there until the end of 2017. We'll find out where her journey takes her to after that. Her journey with Juice Plus began just 12 months ago, you guys, just 12 months ago, September. Literally, this is your year anniversary, and you're already a Q. September 30th, 2016. And she came across the business on the social media post that someone posted, and then something that spoke to her, and definitely not something that she normally would do. Maybe she'll share a little bit about that. However, her partner had lost his job and needed some extra income to keep enjoying the lifestyle that they were used to living. When she first began, she didn't realize and understand the amazing gift that was handed to her, and didn't really treat it like a business. Well, you shouldn't be beating yourself up too much because you're a Q after a year. Anyway, all things changed, and she started to plug into the system and stayed close to her fire, and her belief in her plan B meant that it was about creating a plan A. She's had people who wanted to jump on her team if they've been watching her grow and have moved on the positive changes they could see in their life. Their team has grown to over 60 people, including her partner, Greg, who is her best wingman a girl could have, and super excited. She's leaving her 30-year career of teaching 8 years ahead of when she had planned because of what she's found with Juice Plus. And her future has a whole new element of excitement. They're planning on spending way more time as a family and travel the way that they want to. She's even got her mama on the line with us. So welcome, Gwen. Thanks for joining as well. And Denise, your story is so compelling, and I really hope that people take to heart what happens when people are really all in, when they say that's it. And it sounds like it was your decision. It wasn't about your upline. It wasn't about your sidelines. It wasn't about everybody else. It was about you and saying that's it. So I'd love for you just to share. This call is for people who they want it. They want it, right? They want to grow this business. Maybe they have some limiting beliefs that are stopping them. Some of them have not gotten to VF yet. And we know the foundation is really building to sales coordinator, as you might share about that's really when it becomes a business, is getting to sales coordinator. So I'd love to hear your story and a little bit about why you know that this is a responsibility to share this, and why you know that this is your plan A. So I'm going to pass it on over to you for a bit as I go plug my computer. You're all.
Thank you so much, Lauren. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. I feel extremely excited and extremely chuffed that this has happened. I didn't get much sleep last night because I was so excited to be talking with you this morning. So thank you again for the opportunity. As you said, I just came across this completely accidentally. I had no idea that network marketing even existed in the world still. I'd heard stuff in the past. And when I said that I didn't really realise the gift that I'd had, when I first started, I thought that I just wanted to earn a little bit of money on the side. I had no intention of leaving my teaching job. But once I started plugging into the system, listening to people's stories, seeing real people whose lives had changed, that's when I went, this is a really valid, fantastic opportunity that I could actually make the most of. And I was really enjoying building my team. So when you say building to SC, that's when the magic really started. So for me, it starts about you in the beginning. For us, my partner Greg, who you mentioned before, he had amazing health results with his cholesterol. And so that was our first bit of belief that we built around the product. And then the compensation plan was starting to pay us nicely, and we were building our belief around that. And then I looked in the mirror one day and I thought, this ultimate success does depend on me, and it depends on me sharing the opportunity I've got with other people as well. So we started building a team. People were jumping on board with us, and they were starting to build their dreams as well. And building to sales coordinator was probably one of the most exciting parts of the journey, because we were supporting the people in our team, like I said, and growing them and growing their dreams and growing their business. So one thing I decided to do was look in the mirror and go, you know, I have no control over anything else apart from how much effort I put into this business. And when I realised that, then I just played all out. I still work full-time as a teacher, as Lauren said before. I teach at a really busy high school, 1,600 students. That's a big school in Australia. I'm not sure about other parts of the world, that might be quite small, but here in Australia, that's a big school. I teach Year 12 students, so they're the students that are about to leave school and go out into the workforce. So there's a lot of responsibility around marking and planning and that kind of stuff, and it's a quite high-pressure job. I also organise carnivals at our school, and they take a lot of work. So I knew that I had to use every moment that I could in and around all of that busyness to build our team up and to build the business up, just so that it could become an opportunity for me to leave that teaching job at the end of the year, because being in this business has totally ignited my fire and my passion for learning new information and sharing it with other people and helping other people to do the same.
So what do you think got you to say that this is it? Like, I mean, there's a lot, you're busy, like you said, you know, teaching 1,600 kids. That's a lot in the US as well, just so you know. So it's a big school. And you had a lot of responsibilities. What did you do? What was your DMO? What was your vision for yourself? What happened? Because, you know, there's obviously some shift, because there, you know, some people here that maybe aren't sharing the business, aren't doing events. Was it events? Was it talking to people? Was it building your list? What do you think there was to have you grow to Q in less than a year? I mean, that's a big thing.
Firstly, back to my why. Like I said, I didn't really think that I wanted to leave teaching, because I've always loved teaching and I still really enjoyed it. But once I realised what this could mean and what the differences it could make in our lives, so I said before about spending more time with our families. My beautiful mum's up early in the morning down in Tasmania. I'm going to spend her birthday with her next year, and I started realising what this could actually mean for us. I haven't been to Europe yet, which is a bit sad at nearly 53, but we're planning to do a lot more travel. So once I could understand what we could actually do with this gift is when I really dug in and worked. So that meant every single day I had to be consistent, every single day. It didn't matter how I felt, whether a good day or a bad day, whether I got home from school after battling with 15-year-old boys, I still had to put that behind me and really dig in deep and spend the time and be consistent. So consistency is absolutely the number one. It doesn't matter. You can't just do a little bit on one day and then leave it for a couple of weeks, because it's like going to the gym. You know, you have to build your muscle. You have to do it day in, day out to get the results. So what I was doing day in, day out, and what I still do day in, day out, is number one, absolutely build those relationships. That's so important. And by being consistent and sharing your story on Facebook, you know, you still have to be authentic and be you. But people buy into you, not into the business so much. So building those relationships is definitely the number one priority, and following up with people around those relationships. Sharing your story about what the products are doing for you, the opportunities the business is doing for you. And that's conversations, not just on Facebook. We have an awesome vehicle on Facebook, but stepping out of your comfort zone to have those conversations with people, and people are often really scared to do that. So they're coming from a place of fear, and people can sense that. So it's building your belief and stepping out of your comfort zone of your fear and telling your story from your heart. And once it comes from your heart and not your head, that was a big shift for me as well.
So what did that look like?
Feel like
So what did that look like to you? Maybe you can give people some examples of what that looks like. You know, you were talking about what attracted you in the first place that you didn't think that you were going to be attractive. What would be some of those tips that you would give people? You know what I mean? And, you know, what would be like when you're talking about some of those posts, or, did you just share on social media, or did you do events? Were you doing, what are the things that you're teaching people, like, to start them off right, to get them started strong?
So we started a live event really early on. I was only at SDF at the time, and our local town here, we've got about 60,000 people here, but we started doing live events and inviting people, and not many people were coming, and still not that many people come, but we still be consistent with that, and we put the message out that that's what we're doing. So we're showing the people that we're bringing into the team and our leaders that that's what we do. The other thing I love about that, and I also have an online Zoom like this on a Tuesday evening with my team, and we have people come into the business and launch their business, so they can invite people to come and watch, just like we all do. And it also builds them as people. So I feel like when you teach people, it's much easier than just talking to people and building the belief in themselves. So I invite people every week to share part of the event and present the information, and I really feel that empowers people to feel valued and builds the belief in them and their belief in the business that they're in as well. And the people get to see that we are real people. We're not just faceless people on Facebook trying to scam everyone. We actually have real stories. People share their results. People share what the business means for them, and just giving people the vehicle to do that. So events are massively beneficial and effective. And then the other one is just like our customers. We've worked really, really hard to get our customers, and just loving all over them and looking after them, because we all know how hard it is to get customers. But once you've got customers, and it's just such simple little things, sending them messages, sending them, I've got some little recipe cards and so on, just sending those out and making them know that and once the people have got their second lot of orders in, they're pretty committed to taking the product. And once the third lot of orders in, then you know that they're really, set on taking the products.
So you said a couple things. One, you make it an absolute must for people to be on those calls, those events, right? So like tonight, we have Kira Westwick on our team event at 6:30. What would you say to somebody if you knew that Kira was going to be on your event tonight with your team? What would you say to your new team members? Because most of these people that are on right now are new to the business, or they are SCs. So pretty much everybody on this call is new to the business or going towards SC. What would you say to these people about the importance of these calls? And imagine this was your team for a second. What would you say to people about this fast tracking to SC call, and to for them about the evening event? What would you say?
I would say that to build your belief, you have to stay close to the fire. You have to look at the people that have gone before you and be inspired by the people that have had success in the business, and listen to what they've got to say. They've learned from their mistakes, as I have learned from my mistakes. So I share that with my team as well. Like I said at the beginning, I wasn't plugging into the system. I wasn't plugging into the events, and my business didn't grow. I missed out my bonuses in the beginning because I didn't do what I said that I should do. So, and I do this with my team all the time. I always let them know when the opportunities are on. I tag them in posts. I send messages or whatever, and just let them know that if they want success in the business, to learn from the people who are successful. Yeah.
Awesome. So imagine that you're starting as somebody new. You've got this fast track to sales coordinator call. What would be the top things that you would share with them today? So imagine you're doing a launch with a new person, that all these people are your new launch people, and you're getting them. What would you say to them?
First of all, I would have had a really good conversation with them about their why and what this is for them, and drill down to that, and always take them back to that. I would let them know that we all have the same amount of time, which is our biggest challenge. So have the mindset of what you can do with the time that you have available, not what you can't do. And then really drill down and work out, how your time is the most valuably, that's not a word, the most valuable way to spend your time. And really start, making a list of people who you think would benefit from having this business in their life. And don't make it, it's not a hunting list. It's about a list of people who would benefit. Someone who's got a husband that works away, they want to bring them home, or someone who's had a little baby and they have to go back to work soon. They don't want to put their child in childcare. So make the list of those people who you know would benefit from this business, and then just build the relationship with them. Follow them up, and you know, they say 8 to 12 contacts sometimes. If they just say no straight away, don't take that as a no, it's just a no for now. Just keep following them up. Start sharing your story, sharing the benefits of the products with people. I know this sounds a bit wishy-washy, but just, and make sure that they know that you're there to help them. You know, it's their own business at the end of the day. You are there to hold their hand. You're not there to pull them or drag them. But you are there to be available to them. And the other big one, which I haven't mentioned, is three-way messages. That's so powerful. So as soon as you get someone who's interested in the business, pop them straight into a three-way message with your upline and let them do the work for you. So you learn, let the teacher be the teacher, and you're in that message group, and watch how your upline responds to those messages, what they say, what the questions are that they ask, and then as quick as you can. You know, I can't stress highly enough that many people lose other people because they try and do it through messages. People, you can't portray emotion through messages. Try and get them onto a call or a Zoom as soon as you possibly can. So first of all, create the relationship, get that interest, then share an event with them. That's really important. And then people know when they watch an event. We've got the girls want to have funds. It depends on the person, you know. We've got some men's videos, we've got mums videos, we've got girls videos, and just share them what this business could be for them. And once they've watched that video, then just follow them up, and as soon as you can, just get them into a three-way message and then on a call with your upline, and let your upline do the questions, and then you just learn from what they do. And when I did that with my upline, I was always writing notes. I've got books and books full of notes of questions that she used to ask. And now I've got a resource that I can use to ask other people the same questions.
Awesome. That's great. Does anybody have any questions so far? This is, as you can see, it's basic things, but it's the consistency, right? And making sure that everybody's following the same resources that are available to them. And it's using those three-way calls, taking care of the customers, finding out what it is that really drives them. Anybody have any questions so far for Denise? Yes, Dee Dee. Let me unmute you. Hang on. Dee Dee from Chicago. There you go. Hi, Dee Dee. Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. My main problem is that once I talk to people, and I've spoken to a lot of people, but once they're like, oh, I really like that idea, and I'm like, you know, great. The minute because they told me to stop telling them I'm going to add them to a three-way messenger, the minute I pop them in there, they'll message me back and say, why'd you do that? You didn't warn me, blah, blah, and don't even talk to my upline. If I manage to get them with the upline, you know, because of the time differences and things like that, it's a lot of missing of each other and things, and they're kind of no longer interested. But the second that I say, okay, let's Zoom, they're like, no, I'm not talking to anybody. Why do you need me on video? Number one, you know, they don't even want an audio. Some may messenger, but that's not three-way, you know, then we all can't be there. So that's my biggest thing. I mean, every single person has been, no, I'm not talking to somebody I don't know. And if I can manage to get them to do that in Messenger, they won't Zoom.
Ooh, that's a great question.
And I think that is more a U.S. thing, you know what I mean? Because when I've been online over 20 years, and people are, you know, kind of different. But, you know, we're taught, until Facebook came, you were taught to not even use your real name. Remember, it's like, don't use your name, don't give anything. Right. You know, you teach your kids, don't give out anything. Don't even post your school picture. They can hunt you down through your jersey, you know. We're taught that. So maybe that's like our paranoia, I don't know. But every single person, no matter what age, 18 to 80, this has been my thing.
Yeah, that is a big challenge, I understand, and like you say, here in Australia, maybe it's a bit more casual, as we are with lots of things. But I would say I've reached out to hundreds and hundreds of people, and I think I may have got 1 or 2% of those people. So if they're the right person to be in your business, that they won't feel that fear, I guess. That doesn't really answer your question that well, but it does. They are coming from a place of fear. So if they're not willing to go in three-way messages, whether you can take it to a phone call before you go, just so they can establish that you are a real person and that you do have their best interest at heart. So if you can get them to a phone call, and then just ask them about themselves. So my questions when I first meet somebody is I ask them what they want more of in life, and they're very happy to, come forward with that information because it's about them. And they're going, well, this person's actually interested in me. And, they say that they want more time freedom, they want more time with their family, all those kind of things. And then they start thinking about what it could be for them. And then I ask them what they want less of in their life. And then they go, well, I want less stress, and then really turn it to them and create that relationship with them. So it is scary. And I understand what you mean, DD, because rejection is terrible. And if you're getting it over and over and over again, it's, that's where you have to build belief in yourself and grow yourself as well. And I'm hearing you that certainly is a challenge, but the more you practice it, the more good questions you ask the person, the easier that becomes as well.
Great feedback. And that's usually what it is, they want to know what's in it for them, and say, look, I just love you and I care about you. I know. And then you talk about what, we can go back to, what do they believe about you? If they believe that you're a good person, say, look, I love you. I care about you. I really want to help you succeed. And like she said, ask them questions to find out what they want more of and what they want less of. Right. So it sounds like you might need, it sounds like, you got a big heart, Dee Dee. So, and that people know that about you. Right. And say, I'm just confused. I really want to be here to support you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Who's your sponsor, Dee Dee?
Mark from Australia. Mark and Amanda Van Buren, I think his last name is. I've known him over 22 years online. We'll meet this next year.
Awesome.
He's coming here, I think. Yeah. So, I've watched him for months, because I went through the same process, but because I have a lot of health challenges. That's how all of it started for me, so it was different. But because of that and being in the U.S., having no health care, and I was really sick. I lost my teeth, my hair. I was really sick. Mark is like, look, I'm telling you, we're going to get this for you. You're going to fail to pay.
Dee Dee, your story is enough. Right there.
That's just it. That's what I mean. And I've been doing this for over 20 years, support groups. I've talked to people across the world for 20 years. So my problem is when I have to speak to them about further. I'm just not experienced enough. You know what I mean? I watch everything.
That's why you want to plug into events and let the events do the talking for you. So you're in Chicago. There's a lot of events to plug into. Or tonight's event, at 6:30. Let those events do the talking for you. Make sure you plug in tonight at 6:30. So let the events do it for you, so you don't have to do something. Because it sounds like you're hungry and you really want to help people. So
I've watched them. I said we're all the same. I'm like, people. We've all been sick together for 10 years. I'm feeling better. I just want y'all. And they're like, I believe you. One girl was crying. She just can't afford her product. I said, I couldn't. I sold first. I said, all you got to do is just join. Then I bought my product 3 weeks later, because you're going to get paid. So they're like, yes, yes, yes. But the minute I say Zoom, they're like, no, no, no.
Awesome. Well, maybe on Sunday we're doing an event with Cheryl Cortese, and it's not Zoom. It's just a conference call. So she can just listen. The only thing that I'd ask her to do is to listen to the interview with Eric Worre of Cheryl Cortese. So let's take 2 more questions. Anybody else have any questions? And maybe Denise, you can give everybody some homework. That's the big thing, is to give them homework from this call. So does anybody have any other questions? Anyone? Mary Beth, I know you're close to SC. I hope you hit it today. Anybody have any questions? Or Mary Beth, you could easily do this Q in the next 6 months? Mary Beth or Carolina, both that are close could be Q soon. Anybody want to share?
I have a question.
Yes. Hi, Rhonda. Yes.
It's Rhoda.
Okay. Yeah.
I have the same problems as Dee because I don't know how to reach out to people.
You don't know how to reach out to people? Okay.
Well, this is only my second Zoom call, and thanks to Dee, I'm on here.
Awesome. Well, we're glad you're on. So I think the biggest thing, I don't know your story. Denise, you want to go ahead and maybe you can share some of the people because this is your call, baby. I'm going to let you coach them.
Hi, Rhonda. Oh, Rhoda, sorry.
That's okay.
Reaching out to people, it's just people in your everyday life that you come across. As I was saying before, just sit down and write a list from your heart about people you think, what benefits could it be for them? Don't make it about you, make it about them. So,
okay.
A mama that that wants to stay at home with their kids, what benefits could this opportunity have for them? That they don't have to, they can go to their children's assemblies and they can, they can afford some people can't. They're wise, but they can't afford their grocery bill every week. So, are there people that have got pain in their life, and what is their pain? And then when it comes from your heart, and just go, I thought of you for this opportunity because of this. I know that it's difficult for you, for the kids to do sport, and I just know that from my heart that this opportunity would allow you to be able to, for your children to play, whatever sport or whatever the situation is. So figure out what their pain is, and then you have a gift of an opportunity to help them with the pain that they have. And when it comes from that place, it's really easy. Well, it's easier to reach out to people because it's about them. On social media, just tell your story. Like Lauren said before, people resonate with you. Tell your story. Tell why this opportunity. What got you started in the first place? What was attractive to you? What was it about this business that thought it would make your life better? And just share that and share it consistently.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'm going to try to use more of these things that you have online. It's just, I've been online for over 30 years, and like Dee said, we've been afraid to put our real names out there, and
that's scary. Then
I don't have any.
You shouldn't have that fear with this, because the company's been around for 45 years, and we really pride ourselves on the integrity of our company and real stories. You know what I mean? So
okay,
definitely be and tonight's event at 6:30. It's the same Zoom number. You'll definitely want to be on. So Denise, last bit of advice.
Thank you.
Lauren, I didn't know that I had to set homework, so I've had to quickly do some homework. The last set of advice is choose your hard. So that this is one little thing. So some people, the only way that you can't succeed in this business is if you never get started in the first place, or if you just stop trying. So it's not hard work, but choose your hard. So I'm not saying this for all. So be consistent. On the bad days, just dig in and do it anyway. If it's not this, then what else is out there for you? For me, my belief's grown over the 12 months that I've been in it, and yes, it's hard. Yes, it's been hard. I have never given up one single time. So just keep going. It will get, your business will grow. It will get easier for you to have those conversations with other people. People will buy into you if you're consistent. I've had friends that have been watching me on Facebook for 5, 6, 7, 8 months, never commented on anything, never liked any of my posts, and just contacted me out of the blue, and they've been watching, and they're waiting to see if you can succeed at this. They're waiting to see, is this one of those things, and is she just on this, crazy idea for 6 months and then she's just going to drop it. And when they see that you are still continuing and you're still having success and your success is actually building, they'll go, whoa, that's really attractive. And that's, it's time for me to take that leap of faith because I know this person. I've known this person for 20, 30 years. I believe in this person. I have faith in this person, and they're still doing it. And they're growing their team and other people are joining them, and they must have something. And I want a bit of that as well. And that's that long-term staying with it. Yeah, like I said, the only way you won't succeed is if you stop and if you give up. And for me, that was never an option. And my team's just growing and growing all the time, and I get opportunities like this. I didn't even know this existed this time last year, and here I am talking to people all over the world on a Tuesday morning, and that's absolutely amazing. As far as homework goes, I would challenge you every single day to start 5 new conversations with people. And it doesn't necessarily mean contact them and say, hey, do you want to buy Juice Plus? It's about reconnecting with people. So people you haven't talked to for a long time, just send them a message and say, how are you going? Everyone's got their Facebook pages. You can ask them about their kids, ask them about their job, just reconnect them with again, connect with them. And if you've been consistent in your posts, they will have seen what you've been doing, and it might just jog them to go, oh yes, I've been meaning to ask you about, this thing that you've been doing, or, you look fantastic. What have you been doing? Your hair looks great. Your skin looks great. Tell me what your secret is. And if you have been consistent, they will know what the secret is because they will have been watching. The other one is, if people have shown interest in the business over the last few months, make sure you're using systems to keep track of the records of people, the conversations you're having and the people you're talking to. And then, send them a message. If it's been 5 or 6 months, send them a message, go, hey, just wondering if you're still looking for something. I know you were really interested, and I don't know if you've been watching or if my business is growing, and just popping in to see if you still would like to hear more about what we're doing. Yeah.
Awesome. Very good. Awesome.
Can I offer something quickly?
Yep, go ahead.
Can you hear me? I was going to say that I found Bob Burdick's stuff last week very, very useful. One thing I was going to say that, like with today, I created curiosity. So that's something that would be interesting maybe to work with people, because I was saying that I'm going to be working late at night, and some of the people are like, oh, what do you do? What do you do? So that was an inroad. The other thing is that after our lovely call with, I forget which SC we were speaking with last week, but some of the things that she was saying about following up. So I found that very useful, and I think that would be worthwhile re-listening to the recording, because that's where I felt I was stuck. Because again, same kind of issues with Zoom, people don't want to download it and so on and so forth, but people are going to be quite happy to look at a call or video or something like that. So I forget the 24/7 video or something like that, or something or one of the group videos or whatever, to be able to send one of those out. But just knowing what I'm going to follow up with. So today I've just been chatting with somebody, and they're the ones that have been asking me questions. So it just feels nice that there's been some movement, and it all started from creating curiosity. So I know that if you're in the States, you're not going to be telling people that you're working at 2:30 or 3:30 in the morning, but finding maybe ways of creating curiosity with people might be, an interesting way to go. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Denise. I appreciate you doing the call for us, and I look forward to seeing you soon, hopefully in Phoenix, where you'll walk as an NMD. So sounds awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. Hear you guys tonight on Kira's event. Bye.